Sometimes the first question is difficult to ask. So I raise this question for benefit of participants. And I would request any member of the panel to please answer this question. This question is that what is the main difference between the Ahmadiyya Muslims and the majority Muslims in the world?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The major difference is the advent of the promised Messiah, Islam. Before we understand this, we have to understand fully what the advent of the Holy Prophet ﷺ was. The Holy Prophet ﷺ has said that the Holy Prophet ﷺ has said that I have come for all of mankind, and this is different. This is different to what all the claims of all the other prophets were, who were sent for their people alone. So the Holy Quran says that we have sent amongst you a prophet who is just like, who is similar to the prophet as we have sent to the Israelites. So the similarity between Moses and the Holy Prophet ﷺ is very important. What the Holy Quran was trying to indicate was that just as after Moses, after 1400 years of his demise, Prophet Jesus came, likewise another prophet is to come after the Holy Prophet ﷺ. And this is also there from the saying or the traditions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. When he himself said that after my demise, another prophet will come, and that prophet we believe is the promised Messiah ﷺ. Now the promised Messiah ﷺ has repeatedly said that I have not brought anything new. Whatever I have brought, it has been given to me by following the true teachings of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. So he has come under the teachings of Islam which were brought by the Holy Prophet ﷺ. He has not added anything new. The reason why it looks new is because for 1400 years the Muslims had stopped following the true teachings of Islam. So now that they're getting back to the basic teachings, everybody thinks it's new. It's not new. It's basically, if the Holy Prophet ﷺ was alive today, it would be similar to what we see, what Islam Ahmadiyya is doing around the world. I hope that's enough.
Assalamu alaikum. My question is that why Ahmadiyyans are not allowed to go to Saudi and perform Hajj?
You have asked a question why Ahmadiyya Muslims are not allowed by the Saudis to go for Hajj. I think this question should be asked from the Saudis. Why don't they allow the Ahmadiyya Muslims to go for Hajj? The question should be, do Ahmadiyya Muslims believe Hajj to be a pillar of Islam? Yes. Ahmadiyya Muslims believe in all the basics of Islam. And Hajj, for such Muslims who can afford and who have good health, it is compulsory for them to go for Hajj at least once in life. And it is a cruel decision of the Saudis that they have not permitted the Ahmadis to come for Hajj. But primarily it is on the instigation of Pakistani clerics. Saudis themselves do not have any problem with that, but it has been suggested to them, rather emphasized to them, that since Pakistan has declared Ahmadis as not Muslims, Saudis should not allow them to come for Hajj. So this is an unjust decision, and it is a decision similar to the decision which was made by the Quraysh against the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions wanted to go for Hajj, but the Meccans would not let him go. So history is repeating itself, and a time would come that these restrictions would vaporize, and Ahmadis would be free to go for Hajj, inshallah ul aziz. And I should add that this restriction practically applies only to Ahmadi Muslims living in Pakistan whose passports say that they are Ahmadi Muslims. Otherwise, for all Ahmadi Muslims residing in the other parts of the world, for example, from Canada, a large number of Canadian Ahmadis go for Hajj, since their passports do not indicate that they are Ahmadis. So they are free to go for Hajj. They are just careful that they do not announce that they are Ahmadi Muslims. Any other question?
Assalamu alaikum. My second question is that I was inviting many of my friends to join Ahmadiyya, and they're telling me no, Ahmadiyyans are not Muslims. So I asked them why. They said because they believe that Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, he died and he went and he, after they crucify him and he died, and they find the grave in India. But I said, no, I don't know about this, but I will ask the Ahmadiyya to explain that to me. Is that true or false? Thank you.
Brother Qasim, we believe that Hazrat Isa Islam died a natural death, and he survived the crucifixion at the age of 33, and he continued on his mission as he was sent for the 12 tribes of Israelites. And we believe that he did not die on the cross. Why he was not risen up, or why he did not die on the cross? Because the Holy Quran says that that God says that I have declared that me and my prophets will always prevail. So we believe that because the mission that was given to him was to go and visit all 12 tribes, and at the age of 33, when he went on the cross, he had only visited only 2 of the 12 tribes. Therefore, he did not accomplish his mission. So the promised Messiah Islam in his book Jesus in India describes this and gives evidence from the teachings of the Old Testament, then the Holy Quran, the historic evidence. They all indicate that Jesus Islam did not die at that age. He continued on with his mission. He went to what we call it today as Iran and Afghanistan, and eventually he died in Murree or in Srinagar, Kashmir. And there is a grave today which we believe which belongs to the Hazrat Isa Islam, and maybe there will be a time in future where they maybe will dig up the grave and they will find out that whatever the promised Messiah Islam has said, it was true. So to finish to answer your question again, we as Ahmadi Muslims believe that he did not go up in heaven as they believe, because no prophet has ever done that before. and this was not done by Hazrat Isa alayhi salam either. And when we say this, they say that why didn't he go up? Can God take him? We say that yes, God can take him, right? God has all the power to do so. But the reason why it did not happen is because God himself says that lan tajidullah bi sunnatillahi tabdila, that I do not change my tradition. And since it did not happen to any other prophet in the past, therefore we believe that God did not make any exception for Jesus alayhi salam either.
But you see, the Holy Quran says, Allah says that I am near you. I am always present. So if Allah Ta'ala has taken him to himself, then he's here. He's also in the grave. So it's absolutely, now people don't argue about this, because they don't argue whether he's gone to heaven, he's still alive, and he will come back. Some years ago, I went to one church in Toronto, and they believe that Jesus Christ will descend from the heavens. They have made a place. He said he could come at any time. So I went to the pastor and I said, where is the place? He said, he will come over here sometime. So I jokingly said that if we are lucky, he comes down now, what will happen? Even in small places like Sierra Leone, even in Belize, when you come for the immigration, they ask a lot of questions. Where were you born? From where have you come? What is your date of birth? What is your nationality? What is your health card? You have a driving license? So if Jesus comes right now, the immigration people will come right away. He said, what's your name? How old are you? He'll say 2,000 years. He said, what is your name? He said, I'm Jesus. 2,000 years ago. Have you got your driving license? No, sir. Have you got your health insurance? No. But how can you come without a legal document? He will be arrested. So I was joking with him, and the pastor said he has come from Germany, and he said, if I had met somebody of your type 12 years ago when I was in Germany. I said, these children's stories. People die, the graveyards are filled of people, and you consider that he has gone up and he'll come back after some time. In Pakistan, in India, there is a joke. It's only a joke. There were some Ahmadis and there were some non-Ahmadis. And they were debating whether Jesus Christ has gone to the heavens or he has died a natural death. So the judge was a Sikh, was a person from Sikh. So he was deciding. So there was a lot of arguments. The Ahmadis said he has come down, he's died. And they said, no, he has gone up. And some people said he has come down, gone up. So they asked the judge, who was a Sikh. The judge said, I am not a great scholar. But if a man has been pulled so many times up and so many times down, definitely he must have died. ये हो नहीं सकता कि किसी को ऊपर खींचा जाए, उसको नीचे लाया जाए, फिर को खींचे ऊपर, फिर को नीचे आए, फिर जिंदा बच जाए. He said, according to my judgment, although I am not a religious person, but I consider that after this long duel of people bringing him down and you people taking him up, he must have died a natural death. This is just a joke. So the point is that now the world has now accepted. Somebody asked Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Salas, how many Ahmadis are there in this world? He said there are many Ahmadis, 20% Ahmadis, 30% Ahmadis, 50% Ahmadis. They don't believe in Jesus Christ gone up. That was the male belief of Hazrat Masih Maud, that he is the Messiah. If the chair is not empty, how could he sit down? So this is a question, and our Ahmadis should try to take advantage of this and should try to grill this point of the natural death of Jesus alayhi salatu wasalam. And Hazrat Masih alayhi salatu wasalam has written many books. You know, Jesus in Kashmir is one of those books which our Ahmadis should study, and they should try to. This is a great miracle of Hazrat Masih alayhi salatu wasalam, that he proved beyond doubt that naturally, as any human being, فَلَمَّا تَوَفَّيْتَنِي كُنْتَ أَنْتَ رَقِيبَ عَلَيْهِمْ يَا عِيسَى إِنِّي مُتَوَفِّيكَ يَا إِنِّي مُتَوَفِّيكَ وَرَافِعُكَ إِلَيَّ. They wanted to disgrace you, Allah Ta'ala raise your rank. So there are many verses in the Holy Quran. Hazrat Masih said, हो गया साबित, ये 30 ayat se, 30 places in the Holy Quran, it has been proved beyond doubt that Jesus Christ had died in natural death.
Jazakumullah. Any other question? Even our sisters, if they have a question, they can send that question. Yes, please.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I those Ahmadiyya Muslims see themselves as the leading, what do they call it, religion, because, and the other thing is, because where I come from, I was a Seventh-day Adventist, and they consider themselves as the remnant church. So I'm just wondering about the same.
Aapne samjha question? I'm sorry, your question is not clear.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Please say your question clearly and slowly.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Where I come from, I was a Seventh-day Adventist.
Seventh-day
Christian,
Adventist.
yes. And they taught us that they are the remnant church, so they believe that they has the truth. So now I'm asking that, is Ahmadiyya Muslim believe that they are the leading Muslim in the world? You know, what difference than the others?
First of all, explain the question, and then he should answer it. Umar Akbar Sahib.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum. So, Sister Golda Martinez, she said that before accepting the community, she was a Seventh-day Adventist, and they believe that they are the true Christians in the world. So he said, now as Ahmadiyya, is it the same position that the Ahmadiyya Muslim community has in the world? Do they feel that they are the true Muslims? So, okay. So of course, we do believe that there is truth in all religions. All of these, the Prophet ﷺ has said that all of these groups, the Christians, the Jews, Zoroastrians, all different religions, they were founded upon truth. We believe that Islam is true, we believe Christianity is true, and they're all true in their origin. But after the course of time, those teachings were changed by the followers. And that is the reason why the Holy Prophet ﷺ's advent was made, and then he came to unite all mankind under the one religion of Islam. Before that, all the other religions, though they were true, they were very limited in their scope. You know, they were so just for simple tribes or nations. But Islam, in the Holy Quran, it says that Kul inni Rasulullahi ilaykum jamia. Kul ya ayyuhan nasu inni Rasulullahi ilaykum jamia. That I am the messenger for the entire world, not limited to the house of Israel, the children of Israel, or single nations. and that same true prophet who was for the whole world prophesied that there would be a Messiah that would come. And that Messiah would again renew the faith and teach the true teachings of Islam, where the clerics would have again misguided and misunderstood the true teachings of Islam. So we believe that the Prophet Messiah, who founded the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat, was that promised reformer and guide who was foretold, who was to unite all mankind in the worship of God, give them the true understanding of God and the true understanding of how to serve the religion, how to serve mankind. So we do believe that we have that truth, but we do not deny that other religions have truth in them as well.
Jazakumullah. Any other question? Okay, we have time for one more question, and after that we would get ready for Maghrib and Isha prayers, and that would be end of session 1. The last question.
So again, Sister Golda has asked that why don't all of the Muslims unite and reject these terrorist views, or they're basically, she's saying that the whole Muslim Ummah is being painted with a brush, that they are all terrorists. So why don't they come together and unite?
Well, the Holy Prophet had predicted that the 72 sects will be different and they'll be separated from one. So they are all gathered together, and you can see what's happening in the world. Kalma go, people reciting the kalima, attacking the people who are reciting the kalima. Look at what Saudi Arabia is doing in Yemen. Thousands of people have been killed, both reciting kalima, la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. This is the plight of the Muslims. The Muslims have lost the road. The Holy Prophet had predicted that they will be derailed. Their mosques will be filled, but they will be devoid of faith. So it is at that time that the promised Messiah will come. So by the grace of Allah, we may be very few. You're very few sitting over here. But make no mistake, this is a divine community. This is bound to prosper. Jesus Christ came and he had 12 disciples. Out of those 12 disciples, 2 betrayed him. Look at their number now. So make no mistake about the number. No mistake about the numerical number. One Western scholar has written about the history of Islam. He says, he has dramatized it. He said, I think I went to the mosque in Medina and I saw those people praying. They didn't have mats. They were praying on the floor. The rain fell and the place was become muddy. And they were prostrating and their clothes became dirty. And some of them did not even have proper clothes. Somebody had trousers and didn't have a shirt. Somebody had a long shirt and didn't have a trousers. Then I went and listened to what they were saying. They were talking about conquering the world, the spiritual conquering of the world. He said, I don't understand. They did it. They actually conquered the world spiritually. That is what Islam did. So at least if we are very few, make no mistake about it. You are the pioneers. You are the people who have started this community. So perseverance, determination, praying to God the Almighty. Kaam tera kaam hai. Hum ho gaye ab bekarar. Oh Allah, it's your work that we are trying to accomplish. So if we are few in number, okay. We will die working. Our children will come and they will see those victories, inshallah ta'ala. So you who are sitting over here, ladies who are sitting over here, don't feel that you are alone and the others are plenty. Kam min fiatin kalilatin ghalabat fiatin kasira. How many times a small number has been able to conquer a very large number? So we are those trend setters. We are those pioneers. We are those musketeers who will inshallah ta'ala carry the torch of Islam higher and higher, the real Islam, the true Islam. So may Allah ta'ala bless you all, and may Allah ta'ala reward you all, and may Allah ta'ala take care of you and take care of your children, because these are our tomorrow.
Jazakumullah ta'ala ahsan jaza.
Yes, we say silent prayer.
Jazakumullah azan.